We all love to eat, but not all foods are good for you. In fact, some foods can land you in hospital. Some foods should be avoided at all cost. Here are 15 deadliest foods that can kill you. Number 15. Cherry pits. Have you ever thought about all the amazing benefits that cherries have to offer? I mean, they're not just a delicious and juicy snack. They also have some serious health benefits. But did you know that cherry pits can also be dangerous? That's right. Cherry pits contain a small amount of cyanide, which is definitely not something you want to be ingesting. Accidentally chewing and swallowing several pits may lead to symptoms like headaches, seizures, and difficulty breathing. Number 14. Rhubarb. The vegetable that thinks it's a fruit. Rhubarb might look like celery's flamboyant cousin, but don't be fooled. Let's get one thing straight. The leaves are a big no-no. This is because rhubarb leaves are toxic. They contain oxalic acid, which can cause serious health problems if consumed in large amounts. So unless you want to experience nausea, vomiting, or even kidney failure, steer clear of those leaves. Stick to the stalks, and you'll be golden. Number 13. If you are a fan of tomato, let's talk about the fruit that's so good we pretend it's a vegetable. Tomatoes are a staple in many of our favorite foods, from pizzas to salads to salsas. But let's talk tomato leaves for a second. They contain a chemical called tomatine, which can be toxic in large amounts. If you're not careful, eating tomato leaves can cause symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and even paralysis. So for this amazing fruit, remember to leave those leaves alone, or you might end up regretting it. Number 12. If you are a fellow snacker like me, let's talk about peanuts, the little legumes that pack a big punch. But before we dive into all the delicious things you can do with peanuts, let's talk about the dangers. Okay, guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Peanuts can be deadly. That's right, peanuts are one of the most common food allergens out there, and for some people, even a tiny amount can trigger a life-threatening reaction. So if you or someone you know has a peanut allergy, please be careful. Always check labels, ask questions at restaurants, and keep an epinephrine auto-injector on hand, just in case. Number 11. This is the king of summer foods. That's right, we're talking about hot dogs. These tasty sausages are a staple at backyard barbecues and baseball games, but did you know they can also be dangerous? These processed meats are often high in sodium and preservatives, which can lead to health problems down the line. It can increase your risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and other scary stuff. And if that's not enough to scare you, get this. Hot dogs have also been linked to choking. Yep, you heard that right. So if you're going to indulge in a hot dog, make sure to chew carefully and take small bites. Number 10. This is the decadent and delicious Camembert cheese. This soft and creamy cheese has been a favorite in France for centuries, and for good reason. Its rich flavor and texture are perfect for spreading on crackers or bread. But there's a darker side to Camembert cheese that many people don't know about. You see, Camembert is made from raw milk, which means it can contain harmful bacteria like Listeria and E. coli. These can cause some serious health problems, like food poisoning and even death. So before we ruin your love for Camembert cheese, just make sure to buy it from a reputable source. Number 9. Have you ever heard of green almonds? These little guys are the immature form of regular almonds and are often enjoyed as a snack in Middle Eastern cuisine. But before you go crazy snacking on these little guys, you should know, green almonds contain a substance called amygdalin, which can be toxic when consumed in large quantities. Yep, that's right. These innocent-looking almonds can actually be dangerous. Amygdalin breaks down into cyanide when ingested, which can cause serious health problems like nausea, dizziness, and even death. If you're already feeling nervous as I am right now, stick to regular, fully matured almonds, which are perfectly safe and delicious. Number 8. Do you enjoy eating raw meat or eggs? There are some things you should know. Raw meat and eggs can be a breeding ground for harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli. These little guys can cause some serious health problems like food poisoning, diarrhea, and even kidney failure. Do you know that eating raw meat and eggs can also increase your risk of contracting parasites? Yep, that's right. Tiny little worms and other creepy crawlies can make their way into your body and start wreaking havoc. If you wish to eat those steak or eggs, just make sure to cook them thoroughly to kill any harmful bacteria or parasites. Number 7. Castor oil. This magical elixir has been used for centuries to treat everything from constipation to dry skin to hair growth. But did you know that castor oil is a powerful laxative and can cause some serious digestive issues if consumed in large quantities? That alone that cause serious health issues. And if that's not scary enough, castor oil can also be toxic if ingested in large doses. It contains a substance called ricin, which can cause serious health problems like nausea, vomiting, and even death. That's right, folks. Castor oil can be deadly if not used correctly. Number 6. Now we jump into an exotic culinary adventure that is sanakji, or live octopus. This dish is a delicacy in some parts of the world. But you should know that sanakji can be dangerous if not prepared correctly. Let's face it, it can be a choking hazard if you're not careful. The tentacles can stick to your throat and cause some serious breathing problems. And if that's not scary enough, live octopus can also carry harmful bacteria that can make you sick. These little guys can cause some serious health problems like food poisoning, diarrhea, and even kidney failure. Number 5. This is the sweet and delicious nectar that is honey. But before you go dipping your fingers into the honey jar and licking it clean, there are some things you should know. Honey can actually be dangerous if not consumed in moderation. It can cause your blood sugar levels to spike, which can be a real problem for diabetics or people with insulin resistance. But that's not the scary part. Honey can also contain a bacteria called Clostridium botulinum, which can cause botulism in infants. That's why it's recommended that babies under 1 year of age not be given honey. Please keep out of reach of children. Number 4. Cassava. A root vegetable that's popular in many parts of the world. But before you start peeling and chopping, there are some things you should know. Cassava can actually be dangerous if not prepared correctly. Cassava contains cyanide, which can be toxic if ingested in large quantities. It needs to be prepared by an experienced chef to remove the cyanide. The cassava needs to be peeled, washed, and boiled for at least 15 minutes. It's like a superhero food that needs a little extra prep to be safe to eat. Number 3. Popcorn. The ultimate snack for movie nights and lazy evenings. Microwave popcorn is so easy to make, you just pop it in the microwave and wait for those satisfying popping sounds. Microwave popcorn can actually be dangerous if not prepared correctly. The chemicals in the bag and the popcorn can release toxic fumes when heated, which can be harmful if inhaled. They are packed with preservatives to last for months if not years. As if that's not scary enough, they can cause fire hazards in some microwaves. You can eat microwave popcorn, but always make sure to keep your microwave clean and free of debris to avoid any potential hazards. Number 2. Margarine. There was a time we were convinced that this spread is a healthier alternative to butter. Well, research has shown that margarine actually contains trans fats, which are known to be bad for your health. In fact, some studies have linked trans fats to an increased risk of heart disease and other health issues. That's actually a very bad fat you are ingesting. If you want a healthier alternative to margarine, try olive oil or avocado spread. And if you do choose to use margarine, make sure you write your will, because the longer you eat it, the faster you are closer to your grave. Number 1. Bacon. Who doesn't love the smoky, salty goodness of bacon? But hold on, before you go bacon crazy. There are some things you should know. Bacon is high in fat and sodium, which can increase your risk of heart disease and other health issues. And let's not forget about the nitrates and nitrites that are often used in the curing process of bacon, which have been linked to cancer. So, whether you're a bacon fanatic or just an occasional indulger, Remember to enjoy in moderation and be mindful of your health. If you like our videos, please subscribe and hit that like button. We'll be eternally grateful and see you in the next video.